Welcome back. It's your boy ShannonXA, and today we're gonna be back with another huge game update whenever it comes to Capcom versus SNK Echoes Ultimate version 2.0. So, we had our first actual big release, bro. Game went free for everybody, and stuff like that, which was great. And I had got some feedback and stuff like that, so I do want to let people know that pretty much everything in just like most of the characters, a lot of the mechanics has either been edited, changed, or completely made by me, which you guys will see in this video because I cooked up a lot of stuff for 2.0. 2.0 is basically kind of like a season 2 of the game, I guess, slash its first official launch of the game. So even though 1.0 came out, so I know that you guys want to get into the new features already and stuff like that. So do I. I'm pretty excited to show them off considering how hard your boy has been cooking up for you guys recently in this engine. So let's get started. So here we have the new launcher. So we're going to open it. And would you look at that? We got a new launcher. So now, artwork from the game's artwork folder now scrolls and shows in the launcher. You can now also mute the launcher's music right here. You click that, launcher music off. Click that, it's back on. Pretty sick. This also just randomizes through songs in the game. So now you don't have to just go to the artwork folder. It scrolls by itself. How neat is that? Most things still work. So you have your controller settings, which now comes with some pre-custom things if you want to. If it's not already set up for you. So we have the Xbox controller, the Xbox Player 1, PS5 controller 2, PS5 controller, and Hitbox controller. We have the training recorder, same thing. This is still the same, it still works. We also have a brand new story mode for the game. So, Capcom versus SNK Echoes Resonance of Worlds. And this huge story, if you want to pause to read it, that's fine too, because it's been some time. Revamping the story for all 295 characters, so things actually make a whole bunch of more sense. And this is basically going to be I guess, the definitive story for the game, unless things change in 3.0, if there ever is a 3.0. So I am very proud of this story myself. And it kind of hypes up some of the new content that we have, which we shall go over pretty soon. But yeah, I kind of think that this launcher is kind of nice background noise. So that's pretty neat. So yes, the final boss is no longer Dark Morgan. Considering the fact that this is Mugen and slash Ikemen, you already know that I have to embrace the Mugen slash Ikemen-ness while still trying to find any little bit of balance that I can. And I'm kind of happy with how the game is right now, so cool beans. Then you also have the brand new Learn the Game button. This is a very new button that I have not, I guess, made before. So you click it, and would you look at that? Capcom versus SNK Echoes, the ultimate guide for competitive veterans. So you can click any one of these, and it goes through everything. So, or 99% of things, which I think is very useful for walking, just people who like the game and stuff like that. So, welcome fighter. Well, this is your first fighting game of your 100th. This guide will provide the knowledge you need. The most important mindset is your goal to learn, not just to win. So yeah, and you can kind of scroll through these, look at some terms and stuff like that, just in case you're completely new to fighting games and stuff. So, same thing, bro. Game-specific things, all of this, bro. This is finally put in here. I freaking meant to put this in here in such a long time ago. And we have this brand new thing that don't worry, I'll go into the game to also explain it. But we have this brand new super combo system. Alright, so what does this mean? So all of this is normal. Then you have evolving your character. Alright, so new features. I have completely reworked the way that meter generation works. Meter generation, active game, dealing and receiving damage, landing special moves. Also moving forward, jumping forward. Just most actions forward, towards your opponent, build you non-meter. You can also charge, bam. This is disabled at level 4, which is 400, I guess, I mean 4,000, like, I guess, bar. So, just level 4 bar, okay? It's disabled for a massive reason, though. Also, at level 4, all meter gained is scaled down. The reaching the peak is intentionally difficult. There is a reason for that. So, from level 0 to 2, you're playing the exact same game. It's pretty grounded, stuff like that. However, I added brand new system mechanics. When you reach level 3 meter, you get the rival state. 3 bars. The first major evolution, you unlock 2 game-changing mechanics. Air dash. That's right, you get air dash universally across the entire cast. Yes, you heard that right. You now get air dash. Cost 500 power. Properties: 1 air dash per jump. Use it to alter jump arcs, create ambiguous cross-ups, or escape the corner. You also get burst, which this game we call it the shear trigger, but like, you know, it's your burst. So input light kick, medium kick, and heavy kick, 3 kicks while you're in hit stun. However, this consumes your entire gauge. So if you only have 3 bars in meter and you burst, it's gonna spend all 3 bars in meter. However, it does have a slight startup delay, like in about 10 frames. So you don't just mash it out and it just works on this burst. You very much have to like know when to use it to get out of things. You're not just gonna like mash this out on like Chun-Li legs or just like anything. It will fail you and you're gonna be very disappointed. So very powerful already. Very powerful mechanics. 2 new mechanics added. Then you get level 4 convergence mode. So at level 4 bar, you get enhanced air dash. The cost is reduced, and you get 2 air dashes per jump. The air dash is faster, and the second one is fully invincible. You heard that right. If you're able to figure out how to make space in the middle of a match to do a second air dash, your approach is completely invincible. That's going to be fun to use. Perfect for safely closing distance. You also get an enhanced burst. So, same input, want to hit stun, it costs nothing. However, the burst is now instant, so you can just mash this burst out, especially if your character has like a DP or something, you can definitely mash this out. The burst is now instant, but can only be used when you're in the air. This makes it a dedicated tool for escaping air juggles for free. So, why did I make the decision? So this burst can be used like grounded, air, whatever, but it's very like particular about how it's used. This burst, you can just mash it out the moment that you hit the air. However, it's because we have brand new like OTG systems and like juggle systems and stuff like that, and those mostly take place in the air, right? So this is why this choice was made right here. Then you get level 5, which is very hard to reach. You have to either be actively like trying to get your meter and just all of that, or just something, because level 5 is pretty hard to reach. So when you hit level 5, resonance mode, get it, because like, you know, the game's like, you know, title, you know, Capcom versus SNK, Ultimate Echoes, Resonant Worlds. Anyway, you achieve the ultimate state, a reward for supreme meter and discipline. You get the resonance air dash. Both of your air dashes are now fully invincible. Your super jump is supposed to be invincible on startup. This varies from character to character though. You get resonance burst. Your burst becomes a unique character specific special move. Usually it's your character's like level 1, so when you burst, it's their level 1. However, this does cost 1 bar, so you go back down to level 4. And you get passive health regeneration. You will slowly but constantly regenerate lost health. These system mechanics, on top of everything else, mind you, I made this myself. On top of everything else, is absolutely insane, so much fun. And there's also a hidden mechanic for level 5 that I'm not going to tell you guys about. So I hope that you guys figure that out, you guys. So beautiful mechanics, and I will show that off in game. Find your fighter archetype strategy. So this is just in case you don't know some of the archetypes whenever you're getting into fighting games. We have this covered. Advanced tech and game features. This tells you about like OTGs and card cancels. This is the performance mode, all of that, the system specs. Then you have the tournament rules, which is also very important because I do plan to run events in the Discord, which join if you have not already. Wow, so that learn the game section is it's great. Like no longer is information just completely everywhere and stuff like that. So you also have the open artwork folder, which you've already seen, the install RAM and VPN. New button here. So instead of having to go into the folder manually, you can just click this, which my Discord isn't open, so this should fail. But this is your Discord presence. So if you want other people to know that you're playing the game, just open this while you have your Discord app open, and it should work. Then we have the brand new ranked viewer, which is most of, I guess, like the progress in the game, right? So say if you're playing arcade mode or other game, or just like, you know, like just other game modes, well, now you can rank yourself based off of it, and gain actual progress in the game. So this is something that I wanted to fix with a lot of Ikemen Go games, is the progress. The progress just seemed off, right? So here is my perfect stats.json file, which you can get to. Oh, well, it's not gonna show it, but yeah. Anyways, these stats are completely unrealistic. This is just for the showcase. So anyways, you go into the stats.json, open it, you click load primary stats, and mind you, first god rank. Incredible, you got your first god rank. Alright, so this is the brand new ranked viewer. Shows all the stats, your characters played, events cleared, total arcade clears, your average rank, all of that. Your player analysis, right? Most of these, like, you can also scroll down here. So we have arcade mode. You can see like where you spend your time the most at, right? You know, pretty cool. You have your character rankings. So again, most of my characters are in god rank because this is completely unrealistic. So you have your ranks right here. Clears all that, but most of my characters are in god rank. So if I search Ryu, bam, I can see my evil Ryu is in god rank. Pretty nice if I don't say so myself. We have the mode rankings, so you can see how good you are across other modes. So master and arcade mode, not too much in free battle. Like, you know, just all of this. This is really cool. Time attack mode. This will populate whenever you go to time attack or survival mode. So, you know, all that other good stuff. And you also have your achievements and milestones, which again, you should be able to scroll by. So you have the all-rounder, time attack master, all the events right here, guys. Like, this is way more polished than my other one, which is why it took me so long time. So you can also click by the completed, the locked, and you can also close them. And this shows you the rank requirements. So complete arcade mode with a character to increase their rank. Each rank requires a specific number of clears. Rookie 1 rank, God 20. Achieve God rank with 20 clears and 295 characters for the ultimate mastery. That's kind of crazy, but hey, it's possible. You can also generate a little snippet to save. So this kind of like it's kind of just like showing off, you know. You can also generate a profile card right here that shows your stats, and you can also download them. Pretty neat. That's a pretty neat feature if I say so myself. Most Ikemen, I don't know. I spent a long time on this. So that's cool. What's new in game? Well, why don't we find out?
Now, find a new rival.
But I am very happy with the way that things have been turning out with this project. I think that things are going like super smoothly. The upload might take some time, but 2.0 is definitely a insane upgrade. For sure. Like, just the pacing on the matches are more Street Fighter 6 / CVS 2. With like just like the grounded movement and like everything else like that. I might have actually broke this. I forgot. Now this is just a problem with my PC specifically. This has nothing to do with like with anything else. But we'll see. All right. So as you guys can see now, we're over to the game, and I do want you guys to know that look, this does have a CRT filter on it. You can disable this, which is kind of like the high graphics mode because like I made like a lot of graphics changes to make sure that this looks good at a low resolution / on full screen on most devices, especially TVs. It looked pretty bad before, but now I fixed that. So what you call it? So just in case that, like, you want this off, just press your period key on your keyboard. See? However, it's not gonna pick up over the over OBS. So just like letting you know that the game might look worse on video than it actually does with the filter on. which is why we call it high graphics mode. Anyways, now that we're here in the game itself, let's explore some options. So first we have the lab, obviously, and would you look at that, we have simu mode enabled, so I can totally go in here with 2 characters and wreak some havoc in training mode with like with either a friend or a CPU. Oh, he already tried to do his ultimate, then he canceled it. Right? So that's pretty cool, and that also goes for the, let's see, that also goes for survival co-op and arcade co-op. So if you do team co-op, now you have the option to play like just like together, right? So like without like a CPU controlling your partner, you should be able to actually like play with your partner at the same time. If that's what you guys want to do, and this should also work online too. So pretty neat, right? So pretty big changes coming up. The boss rush mode, currently as it stands right now, actually has more bosses in it. It was been supposed to be like that, but what you call it? Things are just not working out for some reason. Like whenever it comes to me patches things. We also have new menu options. So we have continue back, restart round, and rematch, which sets like all the rounds like just completely back rematches. Pretty useful for safe scumming because these bosses can be ridiculously hard at higher difficulties. So yeah, nah. Cool beans. So this mode now properly functions, properly works. I also wanted to say that ratio 4 has been enabled. The other modes are not supported. So, but that's just like for fun. So, and the reason why it's not supported is because there's just weird things like this popping up on the screen, like that thing on the side. It's just, I don't know. All right, cool beans there. Also, whenever it comes to story events mode, there is a brand new, I guess, final event, because like you have these like rift events, but there is a brand new like final event, I guess. Now let's showcase some of the new characters, right? I said there's 295 characters, which is a massive increase. Well, that's because you have these characters that like you can also like rotate through by pressing D or W. So you have the Goku, the Dragon Ball Z characters, and you have a crap ton of more characters on Morgan. Like what you call it? Like if you have not seen my CVSE Ultimate 2.0 like all characters video, the link will be in the description. Go watch it, because you will be able to see all the characters that's currently in the game. So 295 characters in total. So that is a lot of characters and new characters. But something else I wanted to add also is when you do go in training mode and you take a look at people's command list, it now tells you move list made by Shatton XA, check out the game story and rank viewer. So if you don't know that way, you'll know somehow, right? And you also have the directional inputs, forward, backward, like, you know, it really does teach you pretty much everything. Same thing right here, you have the tournament rules built into the game. It tells you the universal mechanics also built into the game. So like you won't even be confused even if you don't click the learn the game section. All of that, pretty neat. This is built into the game itself, and every character should have this. So like even if their command lists aren't here, every character should have something like this. Then you also have common fighting game inputs, just you know, just in case like you're new or just anything else like that. Same thing with charge motions, 360 and 720 motions, super motions. And finally, you get to your character's move list, which don't worry, you don't have to scroll through that every single time it saves. See? Character moves. So, you can literally look at the special moves and other moves that your character has and try to do them. So, no longer are the days of like, yo, what is my moves? You know? I am looking for more ways to polish this move list a lot more, but for now, this will have to do. Every single character should have one of these, and that's very important, obviously, for any singular fighting game. So yeah, okay, cool, nice to see, nice to hear. Let me showcase some of these new mechanics that are in the, well, that's gonna be a little bit hard to do playing against a level 1. All right, so I'm gonna choose Sagat here, And we're gonna choose Terry. Mr. Terry Bogard himself. Okay, so some gameplay changes have been made. Terry, what are you doing? Okay, so some basic gameplay changes have been made. Fireballs are now harder to rush out of. Like you have to be close to your opponent and then kind of do it before the fireball even hits your opponent. This is to add more order to the game because the game is way too crazy in 1.0. But don't worry, there's still more mechanics and more crazy things that you are able to do currently. Okay, so as you guys can see, I'm at level 3 bar. Now I'm at level 4 bar. So at level 4, you have 2 air dashes, and at level 3, you get 1 air dash. However, this does use some meter, as you guys can see on the top left. And now I can burst, which I was able to do on my wake up. So like as you guys can see, I flashed white for like a little bit, but it used all 3 of my Yo, why is Terry cooking right now? All right, cool beans. But yeah, which used all 3 of my bars. Right. So the burst does and stuff like that work, right? Most character speed, like grounded speed, has been changed to be a little bit slower, more grounded, so it can have like that footsies feel and stuff like that. However, you definitely have to watch out for the air because super jumps are still very prevalent in this game, and same thing with hops. So the air speed has stayed the exact same. Okay, so now we're at level 2 meter, and just like I said before, the dashing up, attacking, running, like just like most basic actions build meter until you get to level 4. Then it kind of stops you with the meter. Alright? Alright. So now we're at level 3. I can air dash in, which has this little after image effect. Alright? At level 4, you get access to 2 different air dashes. Terry, are you gonna let me get to level 4 or die? No? Okay. But yeah, so at level 4, you get access to 2 different air dashes, with the second one being invincible. Alright? However, you have to be like kind of like a good way into your level 4 meter because otherwise you will try to air dash and then it won't work. So air dash, wait, hold on. Air dash, see? So you get 2 of them. So that should enhance your movement a lot more. Okay. Then I also currently have level 4 burst, so any move Terry does that puts me in the air, so hit me in the air, bro. Bro, hit me in the air, bro. Yo, Terry, you were just cooking a second ago. At level 1 CPU, by the way. Oh, okay, perfect. So that put me in the air for like even just like a few frames, and so I was able to mash out my level 4 burst in the air, which, just like I said, is completely invincible. Okay, let's showcase the level 5 meter. Like, let's see what you get at level 5. Which also, stuff like with air dash, it does open up more combos and all that other crazy stuff. So movement should be, or like, just like in general, like a game and movement should be a lot more fun, a lot more expressive, and stuff like that. And Terry wanted to show off one of our custom features, I guess, for us, which OTGs and dizzies have now been enabled, so don't get hit too many times. And certain moves can OTG, but if you're not sure, just like use like a custom combo. That should also OTG. Yo, Terry. And this kind of shows how hard like level 5 is to build because your meter does go back down, right? So I'm gonna keep him over here. Okay, now that I'm at level 5 meter, even though I have no health, both of my air dashes are fully invincible. However, I did air dash just now, and that took me out of the level 5 mode. So let's see if I can build this back up. But yeah, both my air dashes should be fully invincible. And not only that, but you also slowly regenerate health. Alright. So, but now if I get hit, yep, that was my burst that I just used instantly. So level 5 can be very powerful. Alright. Now that I showcase some of the new, just like universal mechanics and stuff like that, let's showcase OTGs. I'm pretty sure like Ibuki has a pretty saucy OTG. Let's see where she is. So I think that if you get a knockdown and then do her kunai OTGs. So let's. I forgot that she dashes like this. Okay, so let's see what she's talking about. Oh, and also some characters are just like way more fun than others whenever it comes to these air dashes, because it's like, holy crap, like look at this movement. A lot of the woman characters in general have double jumps, so you can kind of combine that for like a really weird movement, right? So I can do super jump, air dash, jump, jump, or like, you know, like just crazy stuff that you might have to figure out yourself, right? Also, just in case somebody missed it from last update, most characters can chain their down moves, right? So light, medium, heavy, and light, medium, heavy. Okay? So as long as you're crouching, most characters can chain those. Not every single character, but most can. Okay? Alright. So let's get a knockdown. Oh, hold on. Like, look at that, bro. That is a brand new OCG. That can lead to some insane combos. How insane? Well, I've been playing a lot of like Yamazaki recently. And let's see if I can pull this off on video, right? So, okay, I already forgot most of the combo. I'm pretty sure it was just like, yeah, okay. Let's see. Okay, hold on. I promise I got it like that. I promise I got it like that. I think the move that I'm looking for is, like, let me see, is this move. Because, like, once again, LCDs, right? So, right? Look at that damage. And that's not even the most that I am able to do. So I can do stuff like this. Oh. Oh my goodness, guys, inputs. Oh, I'm holding it too long. Alright, you know what, this works. Oh gosh. I swear I could have did, like, the OTG earlier or sooner. Look at this combo. Most of that was from OTG stuff. Mind you, Chun-Li does not have, or like, a lot of the female characters have a lower health in exchange for the mobility. So that's why it looked like it did that much damage. But that was still a lot of damage. And mind you, that was without echoes. And I'm pretty sure that was also without my rush. Right? So, enjoy your brand new combo routes and stuff like that, because things are going to get pretty crazy in 2.0. Even with like slower like walk speed and movement and stuff like that, still, it's stuff can still get pretty crazy. So those were just some of the new or just brand new like universal mechanics, brand new characters, like just brand new. You know what I'm saying? A lot of what I'm bringing to the table with this is just a lot of polish. Like it's just like just a combination of things that you feel like you would notice like as like you're playing the game, especially some of the hit stop changes. Like for example, some of Juri's moves felt like way too, I guess, like a lot just like game feel wise just did not feel as good. This has been changed universally across the board, right? So like that just feels way better to do now, and a whole bunch of other things also feel better to do. Mind you, I've added, I'm pretty sure like over like 40 characters, probably 50 characters, so there's now 295. There is no way that you guys should ever get bored with a roster this big. And of course, even with this being a big 2.0 patch, there will still be balance updates coming in the future and stuff like that, especially like according to like what we do over the Discord and just like other stuff like that, right? So there'll be a whole bunch of new things that like, we can all just like go over together and just kind of just like explore the game, you know. And also make sure to like report bugs or like, you know, just things that you feel like characters should be buffed, because that's like what I'm mainly trying to focus on right now, is buffing like bad characters, right? Because they need to be viable, and that just like mostly comes in health, damage, and mobility, and just like things like that, right? So, but there is a ton of new funny characters to play, especially these Guilty characters. Holy crap! Just to play, just to explore through, and stuff like that. So check out 2.0. 2.0 is absolutely amazing, and I think some of the most polished that I've seen in a huge roster like this, anyway, right? So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. There will be more content, more videos, more just like online matches, and just all that in the future. Also, the item shop is still here. You can scroll through these characters and buy them and unlock them and stuff. And you can also do this with pressing D or W to unlock stages and music. So don't forget that as you guys are playing through the game and stuff like that. Something else that I don't want you guys to forget, let's switch back to our display capture here, is if you go into the game's files, hold on, and you are wondering where the heck are the characters. That's not a bug. So here you have a stats.json file, right? I'm gonna delete this. And now when you open the game, you only have like a few like starter characters unlocked. If you want to skip unlocking everything, come down here to the perfect save and unlock all characters. Go to your save folder, drop this stats.json file in here. The password is Lily. This is just based off of the story. Click OK. And now you have every character unlocked as you launch the game. That shall be required also for playing in tournaments anyway. Playing with like your friends and all that, it shouldn't matter, but just make sure that you guys both have all characters unlocked at the very least, because it will stop these things from happening from online. So I also want to put that out there. Also, there's a green screen stage that like you can enable. You can read this, blah blah blah. Right? So, yeah. Oh wait. Okay, wait, yeah. So you just drag the stages folder in here, and you have one more extra stage, which is a green screen stage for content. And I'm happy to say that this game, fully extracted, is now only 11 gigabytes, and if you come down here, it's 6 gigabytes to download. So that is a massive, massive improvement. And thank you for everybody who has came to support this project. And it definitely means a lot to me because this is like the first time that I like coded all this custom stuff, right? So it's like launcher and like these scripts and changing all these characters around and adding new system mechanics. You can definitely tell that I'm pretty passionate about fighting games. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Capcom versus SNK Echoes Ultimate version 2.0. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. This is your boy ShanXA, and I hope you got I hope to see you guys in the battlefield. All right, peace.